Okay, in the last class we were discussing about the Poisson's equation and Laplace's equation, and also one problem we have solved. So now let us look at the different, that is in different coordinate system, how we can apply the Laplace's equation and also in general form. Okay, so we'll discuss example of the solutions. So different example of solution of Laplace equation in one dimension. Okay, Laplace's equation in one dimension. Okay, so only one dimension we will see, because so 2 dimension and 3 dimension it is slightly so it needs some more time to evaluate. Okay, so in our discussion we will see only one dimension. So already we have seen several methods, so in mathematics or even in the electromagnetics, so some second order partial differential equations, so which are actually based on this Laplace's equation, so because it is double derivatives, so many methods which are used to solve this Laplace equation. Okay, so based on mathematical techniques, so second order partial derivatives, so many methods are there to solve the second order derivatives. So one such solution, very simplest solution to solve the double derivatives or Laplace's equation is the direct integration method. Okay, direct integration method. So if there is only one variable which is involved, or the Laplace equation, so where the potential is only a function of a single variable, so then this is very easy method to solve, that is direct integration method. Now if the potential function, if it is more than one variable, it depends on more than one variable, so then we have to use the variable separation technique, and we have to solve for the potential function. Okay, so now we will see what actually this direct integration method in different coordinate system, how we can able to solve the Laplace equation for a particular problem. Okay, so now let us look at how the solution will exist for general case. So then we can apply a particular electrostatic problem with the boundary condition, so that we can arrive for a particular problem what is the actual potential function or potential. Okay, so now let us take the first one, so the Cartesian coordinate system. So this is the Laplace equation which we have known. So now we have del square, so v in Cartesian, that is del square v by del x square plus del square v by del y square plus del square v by del z square, which is equal to 0. So now let us take the problem, so where the potential which is only dependent on x. Okay, so that is one dimension or one variable. So let us take, so the v depends only on x, so that the dependence on y and dependence on z, it will be 0. Okay, so that we can get the equation del square v by del x square, which is equal to 0. So now let us look at the problem with this general equation. So whatever the physical problem is and the boundary condition, we will look into later, but we will just derive the solution for this, the double derivative with the potential which is a function of only the x variable. Okay, so now since v is independent of y and z, okay, it is not a partial derivatives of y and z, it is completely not dependent, so that we can replace these partial derivatives into a ordinary derivative, that is d square v by dx square, which is equal to 0. So we can replace the partial derivative so with ordinary derivative, since it is a dependence only on x. So now if we take the solution for this by using this direct integration method, okay, so first you integrate one time and take the one more integration one more time, you will get the solution for v. Okay, so now if I integrate one time, okay, integrate, so let us take this equation 1 integration, so integrate equation 1 with respect to x. Okay, so we get what we will get, so dv by dx, which is equal to the constant a. Okay, So similarly, if I integrate one more time, okay, so integrate, so one more time with respect to x, so what you will get? So you will get the solution for v, that is v equal to ax plus b. So this is the integration for this. So now whenever we obtain this solution, we need to find out the constant a and b. So now we can see what actually the problem. So what are the constants with respect to x exist. Let us take if simple example of a device which is varying with respect to x in one dimension. Okay, so where we have x equal to 0 and some x equal to, we can take x equal to x1 or x equal to x2 at two different positions. Okay, so let us take v equal to v1 and v equal to v2. Okay, so there are two different boundary conditions. In general, we can take at x equal to x1 position and x equal to x2 position, and we have v equal to v1 and v equal to v2 at corresponding these positions. Now if I apply this, okay, the problem in general, whatever it is with the different boundary conditions or different values of x, we can able to solve what is the potential function with respect to x. Okay, so now we can take that, and since whatever we take at some position, this is a equipotential surface, that is the potential is constant throughout this surface, and similarly at this surface the potential is constant. Anywhere you take at any position, the potential is constant. Okay, so now we can look this problem, where x equal to x1 and x equal to x2, which are at different potentials, we can call this surface as equipotential and separated by some distance, and we can relate this problem as a parallel plate capacitor. So that we will discuss when we discuss the capacitor. Okay, now if I apply this boundary condition, then we will get the complete solution for this one. So if I apply v equal to v1 at x equal to x1, so what we will get when v equal to v1, okay, so which will give ax1 plus b. Okay, similarly we have v equal to v2, which is at ax2 plus b. So now we have equation 2 and equation 3. Now if we solve for this equation 2 and equation 3, we will get to know what are the constants. Okay, so now if I take this and subtract equation 3 from equation 2, okay, so if I subtract this, so what we will get? We will get v1 minus v2, okay, so which is equal to a into x1 minus x2, so this will get cancel each other, plus 0. Okay, so now we will get the constant a with respect to the potential and the variation of x. We will get v1 minus v2, which is given by x1 minus x2. Okay, so that is also the constant a we have arrived. So now if we substitute a any one of this equation, so we will get, let us take the equation v1 equal to ax1 plus b. Now if I substitute for a, you will going to get for b. Okay, so v1 which is equal to v1 minus v2 divided by x1 minus x2 into x1 plus b. So now if I take this one, this side, v1 minus of v1 minus v2 divided by x1 minus x2 into x1. Okay, so now if I take the LCM for this, so you will going to get for the value for b, that is b equal to v1 into x1 minus x2. Okay, so this one minus v1 minus v2 into x1, this divided by x1 minus x2. Okay, so now we can rearrange this term, so that we can write v1 x1 minus v1 x2 minus v1 x1 plus v2 x1. Okay, so now we can take out v1 common here, so this divided by x1 minus x2, and we can take out common v1 common, so that is v1 into, so you can see here, so this actually this get cancelled, v1 x1 plus v1 x1 minus v1 x1, so that we can have this one So v1 minus x1 plus v2 x1, and similarly here v1 x1 minus v1 x2. Okay. So we have v1 x2 minus v2 x1 divided by x1 minus x2. So this is what the constant b. Okay. So now if I substitute the values of a and b, so we will going to get the complete solution, that is v equal to ax plus b. Okay. So now if I substitute a, so what is the value of a? So we can have a equal to v1 minus v2 by x1 minus x2 by x1 minus x2, this into x, plus b is v1 x2 minus v2 x1 divided by x1 minus x2. Okay. So this is what the solution we will going to get. Okay. So this is what the general solution for the one variable. So now if I apply boundary, so now we don't know what is x1, x2 and what is v1, v2. In general, whatever the solution which we are assuming, so that is at this position it is v1 and this position it is v2. So now if I generally take the boundary, so in general problems, electrostatic problems, this v1 and v2 will be mentioned and x1 and x2 will be mentioned. So now let us take, so v equal to 0 at this x equal to 0. Assume this end is x equal to 0. Assume that v equal to some vd, okay, some whatever the some voltage at x equal to distance d. Okay, that is in our problem whatever it is given, so we are modifying it as a boundary condition. In general electrostatic problems, what will happen? At one end it will be grounded, okay, so that v equal to 0, so we assume that x equal to 0, and some potential which is existing at some other end, so at some distance t. Okay. So now if I substitute the same boundary values, that is our x1 equal to 0 and v1 equal to 0 and x2 equal to d and v2 equal to v0 or vd. Okay. So in general we can substitute that, so that what your a and b will become. So we can substitute a equal to v1 minus v2 divided by x1 minus x2. So now if I substitute for v1, it is 0. So 0 minus vd divided by 0 minus d. So this will give the general solution, that is v0 by vd by d. So that is your a. Now similarly if I substitute for b, so what you will going to get? So v1 is 0, so this will go to 0 and v2 is vd. Okay. So v1 is 0 minus v2 is vd into x1 is 0 again. Okay. So x2 here it is d, so we can substitute that, and divided by x1 it is 0 minus d. So since it is both are 0, we will going to get 0. That is b it is equal to 0. What happened? Hello, Deepika, what happened?
Sir, b is equal to minus v1 x2 plus v2 x1, right, sir?
What? Minus?
Minus v1 x2 plus v2 x1 divided by x1 minus x2.
Yeah. So minus I have not noticed. Okay. So this thing, so here it is minus v1. Okay. So we can write here minus v1 x2. Okay. So now, so since we have applied here, so if I apply v1 which is so whatever 0 and x2 which is d, so this will give the b value 0. Okay. So for this particular boundary conditions, so this will give 0 b and a will give bd by d. Now if I apply that, we will going to get the final value, that is potential, which is equal to, so a is nothing but vd by d into x plus 0. Okay. So this is what the potential function you will going to get, v equal to vdx by d. So now this is the solution where you will be having so two different the plates, if you assume it as a capacitor, two different plates, one is at ground level and one is at some potential level Vd. So okay, at a distance of d. So this is the general solution. Now we can assume what is the distance or the separation and what is the voltage. If you substitute, then you will get the voltage along the x direction or at position. So whatever given position you can able to find out. Okay. So now this is function of x. Now if I take the function of y, okay, so this is a function of x. Now similarly, if I take the function of y, you will going to get Vd y by d. Okay. And similarly, you can take so the function of z, which is nothing but Vd z divided by d. So this is in Cartesian coordinate system. If I take it is a function of x, it will be the expression. Similarly, y and z. So since they are associated with x, y, z in the coordinate system, so at a time only we can able to so take one dimension, because we are solving with respect to one dimension. Either we can take dependence on x or y or z. So any one dependence we can take and we can able to solve for the potential function. Okay. So now this is what, so the voltage, that is the electric potential, so expression. So you can take some volts whatever specified in some problems and you can directly substitute, and distance you will going to get the V. Okay. So this is what the general solution for the Cartesian coordinate system. Even we can from this we can able to find out. Say for example, so if I take the function of x, so which is v equal to Vd x by d. So this is v we know. If I want to find out E, so it is nothing but minus del V. Okay. So if I just differentiate with respect to x, the V, so you will going to get E. So what you will going to get E, so which is nothing but Vd by d in the direction of Ax, because the differentiation of x with respect to x 1. So this is what E will going to get. Similarly, you can able to find out D, and also you can find out so Q, so by using the surface charge density rho s. Okay, and also we can find out finally the capacitance. So this around we will going to find out. So when we use the concept, or when we discuss the concept of capacitance. Okay. So in general, from electric potential you can able to find out all these things. Okay. So now this is about the Cartesian coordinate system. Now let us look at the cylindrical coordinate system. So what actually the problem which will become whenever we take the problem with respect to the cylindrical coordinate system. So if I take the Laplace function with respect to cylindrical coordinate system, so now cylindrical coordinate system, we know the potential is a function of r and phi and z. Okay. So this is the or we can take rho. So generally we are taking rho as the cylindrical. So r theta and phi with respect to spherical. Let us take, even we can take r phi z also. R is a radius we can assume. So let us take rho phi z. So since we are using from the beginning. So now what happens with respect to rho? If the potential is a function of with respect to rho, then what is the general solution? So that we are going to see. So we know the Laplace equation del square V, which is equal to 0. So now in cylindrical coordinate system, if I take only with respect to rho, you will going to get 1 by rho into del by del rho of rho into V rho, or we can have, so that is del V rho by del rho. So this is what the Laplace equation for the cylindrical when V is a function of rho. Okay. So V is a function of rho. I am writing V is the function of rho. So now we can integrate as it is double integration we can use, and we can arrive the solution for this also. So now we can see the integration how we can able to solve, and we can arrive the solution for V. Okay. So now if I send this rho that side, so it will become 0, and we will get del by del rho of rho into del V by del rho. So since V is a function of rho, I will write just V, so which is equal to 0. And since it is a function of only one dimension, it is not function of phi and z, we can replace the partial derivative as ordinary derivative. So we can write, so we can write d by d rho of rho into del v dv by d rho. Okay, this is equal to 0. So now if I integrate this one, so first time, so we will get the constant on the right side. Okay, so we will get rho into dv by d rho, which is equal to the constant a. Okay, with respect to rho, if I integrate, so we will going to get rho into dv by d rho, which is equal to a. So now similarly, if I do second integration with respect to the rho, so we can have dv by d rho, which is equal to a by rho. Okay, so now if I integrate again with respect to rho, we will going to get the function, that is v. So now integration of rho, so that is 1 by rho, we will get ln rho. Okay, so ln into rho plus the constant of integration b. So now this is actually the general solution for the potential. So when it is varying with respect to rho. Okay, so wherever the rho is constant, we have the equipotential surface. So we can look this as a cylinder, two cylinders. Say for example, so this is one cylinder. Okay, so this is another cylinder. Okay, so where this is having one rho, rho 1, and let us take this as rho 2. Okay, so we have the potential on this first cylinder will be constant, and similarly on the second cylinder surface will be constant. Okay, so wherever rho is there, the potential will be constant. Okay, so for different rho, it will be different v, but on particular rho value, the potential is constant. Okay, so this, so generally we can have like coaxial cable we have seen. So similar like the coaxial cable, one is grounded and one is which will be having some potential. So similar kind of the problem we can see here. Okay, so now we can apply the boundary condition. Okay, let us take when rho equal to 0 and rho equal to a. So this is completely variation of rho in this direction. Okay, so now we will take the some boundary condition or some general boundary condition. Say for example, v equal to v naught. So whenever rho equal to a, some radius, and whenever v equal to 0 for some other value of rho, that is b. Okay, so now let us take maybe rho 1 equal to b and rho 2 equal to a. So so or we can have the ground. So that is v equal to 0 when rho equal to b, and this, so v naught at rho equal to a. So this is what actually general problem or general boundary conditions. So now if I can particularly if I want to say the potential, say for example instead of v naught I can say 50 volts at rho equal to some 2 meter. So that will be the some electrostatic problem. Okay, so but in general we can say at some rho value, so we will be having some potential, and 0 at rho equal to b. So now if I incorporate this boundary condition, we can arrive the solution for this voltage. So now let us input the boundary condition. So let us take v equal to 0 when rho equal to b, that is ln of b plus e. Now this is one equation. So let us take this equation 1. And similarly when v equal to v naught, we will be having a into ln of a when rho is equal to a. So that will be having the potential v naught. So let us take 2, equation 2. So now if we solve 1 and 2, we will going to get the value for the potential, and the constants we can able to solve a and b. So now let us take this one. So if I take 2 minus 1, okay, if I take equation 2 minus 1, so we will going to get, so v naught which is equal to a ln of, so this minus this, a ln a minus a ln b. Okay, so a ln a minus a ln b, so which is so plus 0. So because that b will be equal to, b will get cancel each other. So now we will get, so v naught which is equal to a, if I take constant, so we can write this ln a minus ln b, so in terms of ln of a by b. So we can write that also. Okay, So now we can have this. So A will going to get. So what is A? V naught by ln of A by B. Okay. So this is what we are going to get. So for this using this equation. Okay. So now we can have the constant B now. Okay. So how we can able to find out constant B? Take one equation. So that is 0 equal to A ln. So this, so first equation you can take. So this first equation, and let us find out B. 0 equal to A ln B plus B. Okay. So now B equal to minus A ln B. So now you can substitute A. So A is nothing but minus V naught by ln of A by B into ln B. Okay. So now we can, this is what B and this is what A. So now we can substitute A and B. So in the equation which we have got, so in this equation, so A and B we can substitute, we will going to get the solution for B. Okay. So now what is V? V equal to, so A is nothing but V naught by ln of A by B. Okay. So minus V naught ln B divided by ln of A by B. So this is what we are going to get for the, so this is again V naught ln B is there here. So this, okay, so ln rho, okay. So this is the solution. So V naught ln A by B, so this is the constant A, okay, and ln rho minus the B value. So this is the solution we are going to get for the V, and we can take the constant which are generally we have V naught ln A by B, which is the constant, and we can write ln rho minus ln B. Okay. So now we can write this one as, so again A by B formula, V naught by ln of A by B, so into ln of rho by B. So this is what we are going to get for V. Or we can have this also. So if I take another, so equation 1 minus 2 if I take, so this will going to get, so if I do equation 1 minus 2, you will going to get V, which is equal to V naught ln of B by rho divided by ln of B by A. So just it is a reverse. So the ratio will be reverse if I take equation 1 minus 2. Okay. So this is the general equation where we will be having. So these are the, if I apply the boundary conditions, so this boundary condition if I apply, that is the general equation. Okay. So now if this is a general equation, now we can have the A, V and A, V naught and B. That is, so as I said, if I take any general solution of these cylinders, two cylinders, okay. So now if I take some like V naught equal to 50 volts and this one is 0, so which is at B equal to some 2 meter or rho equal to 2 meter and rho equal to, which is A equal to 1 meter, so which will be having V naught 50. Just if you substitute, you will going to get the potential function. So you need not to derive all these things. If you remember this equation, whenever they give the values or boundary conditions, you can directly apply and you can able to find out the potential function. Okay. So this is what the, with respect to rho, okay, in cylindrical coordinates with respect to rho we are finding out. So now we can able to find out for phi also, because the phi gives again the different problem or different view of this Laplacian problem. So this is for the variation of V with respect to rho. Okay, so now we can able to find out also equal to minus del V, can able to find out from this. So first the derivative of this, it will give the, so electric field intensity. Okay, so this is what the solution for the Laplacian equation. So generally solution how it will arrive with respect to the function rho or with respect to the variable rho. So now let us see for phi how the actual the problem look like. So now we take del square v which is equal to 0. So we take only with respect to phi. So it is the potential function is only dependent on phi. Okay. So now let us take that. So now if I take only dependent on pi, okay, so we have 1 over rho square del square v by del phi square which is equal to 0. Okay. So this is what we will be having. So since actually it is a function of phi, so at that point rho will be constant always. Okay. So the rho value which will be constant, because so when we look at this, the cylindrical coordinate system, okay, so this is actually the phi variation. Okay, so whenever we do the phi variation, so like whatever the angle you take, so if I take from the bottom of this cylinder, so this phi variation we are going to have. Okay, only the phi variation, but the rho, whatever the radius of the cylinder, it will be constant. Okay, so don't think that even the rho appear at this equation, it will be a constant. Okay, so now we can solve this one with respect to phi. Okay, so we'll get since it is a dependent on only phi, we can replace ordinary differential equation with the partial differentiation. We can replace the ordinary differentiation del phi square which is equal to 0. So now you do double integration, so you will going to get v equal to a phi plus b. Okay, so this is what you will going to get for the problem. So when we have, so we can look the problem here. So just we will be having two different plates which are like this. So this is a phi variation. Okay, so this plate is at some phi and this plate is at some phi. Okay, so two plates which are arranged in a common axis. Okay, so this is a phi variation where phi equal to phi 1 and phi 2 and v1 v2 will be having. Okay, so different angles will be having different potentials. So this will look it at the plates which are arranged in a phi direction. Okay, so that is what we are going to get. So now if we have the boundary conditions, so generally we can apply v equal to v naught, okay, at some phi. Okay, so some phi equal to phi naught, and v equal to 0 and some phi equal to some, or we can take phi 1 and phi 2, so in general. Okay, so now if I apply these boundary conditions, so then we will be having the general solution for this. So v equal to, so if I apply v naught at phi equal to phi 1, you will going to get a phi 1 plus b. Okay, similarly 0 which is equal to a phi 2 plus b. Okay, so now if you take the difference, so that whatever phi 1 minus phi 2 difference, we can take it as phi. Okay, so now if I solve these equations 1 and 2, okay, so 1 minus 2 we can able to get, that is v naught which is equal to a into phi 1 minus phi 2, so plus 0, and a you will going to get v naught by, so phi 1 minus phi 2. Okay, so this is what we will going to get, v naught by phi. So in general the difference between the angles we can able to take phi, and if I substitute the value, so in the second equation which is a phi 2 plus b, so we will going to get b equal to minus a times phi 2. So now we can have a which is equal to v naught by phi 1 minus phi 2, okay, into phi 2. Okay, so that is what the solution, or we can take that any one of the phi will be 0. So if I take any one phi will be 0 and another phi will be some angle. So if I just look at the axis point of view, say let us take, so if I place the plate which is at exactly at x equal to 0, so then we can have phi equal to 0, and if I place some other the plate which is at some angle phi equal to some alpha, so in that cases we can have phi equal to 0, phi 1 we can able to put it as 0 and phi 2 we can put it as alpha. So in general any phi we can able to put, not only at 0, we can able to put at any phi value. Okay, so now if I substitute, you will going to get v equal to, okay, so what is the value of a, which is equal to, so v naught by phi 1 minus phi 2, okay, into phi, the function of phi, plus, so the b is minus v naught phi 2 divided by phi 1 minus phi 2. So this is a general solution what we will going to get. So for different values of phi 1 and phi 2. So now if I take this phi equal to 0 and phi equal to alpha, so where phi equal to 0 will be having, so the v1, whatever v1 we are taking at phi equal to phi 1, we are taking it as v naught, or we can take this as 0, that is v1 equal to 0, and at phi equal to alpha we will take it as v equal to v naught. So that is also possible. So if I take this type of situation, so we will going to have, whenever we have phi 2 we can replace it as alpha, and phi 1 we can replace it as 0. Okay, if I do that one, okay, so if I have the phi 1 which is equal to 0 and phi 2 which is equal to alpha, whenever phi 1 v1 equal to 0 and v2, so which is equal to v naught, so that we can substitute. So we will going to get v equal to, so now you can see here, so if I substitute phi, it is alpha, and phi 1 is 0, phi 2 is alpha. Okay, so this v naught alpha by alpha we will going to cancel, and we can have this one. So we generally we can write that v naught phi divided by phi 1 minus phi 2 minus v naught phi 2 divided by phi 1 minus phi 2. So this is what we will have. So now we can substitute this one. We will going to get v naught, so phi is now alpha. Okay, so we have the difference which we have taken, so this is at alpha, phi equal to alpha, and we will be having, so phi 1 minus phi 2, phi 1 is 0 minus phi 2 is alpha, so minus v naught phi 2 is alpha, so 0 minus, so phi 1 is 0 and phi 2 is alpha. Okay, so we will be having some different values. This is phi. Okay. Okay, so let us take the phi 2 which has actually taken it as alpha, and which is equal to phi. Okay, so this will be, so this will be p naught alpha by alpha minus v naught alpha by alpha. So this will give a different solution. Okay, so let us have this, any difference we have done. Okay. Okay, so let us take the solution here. So somewhere we have missed that one. So if I take that one, that is p equal to a phi plus p, only will take the condition which is, so v naught, v equal to v naught, so when only at phi equal to alpha, and v equal to 0 when phi equal to 0. So if I take this boundary conditions, so we'll get, so v naught which is equal to a into, so that is, so when we substitute alpha, so we will going to get v naught, and whenever it is 0 we will be having, so phi is 0 means, so this is 0 plus v. Okay, so this will give the value which is equal to 0. So now whenever b equal to 0, so you will going to get, so a which is equal to v naught by alpha. So now if I substitute that one, you will going to get v equal to v naught phi by alpha plus 0. So this is the equation we will going to get, that is v equal to v naught phi by alpha. So this is the solution. So only we can take, so the two different values of the phi, that is phi equal to 0 and phi equal to alpha. Even we can substitute phi 1, phi 2, so the same thing should come. So somewhere we have not properly done here. So this is the equation we have done. So that is v equal to v naught phi by alpha. So this is the equation where we will get the potential function with respect to pi. Okay. So now we can be able to find out E equal to minus del V. Okay, so find out, so the different, if I differentiate one time, we will going to get the electric field intensity, so with respect to the phi. So now this is the solution with respect to phi. Okay, so this V, so this is with respect to phi, the solution with respect to phi. So now let us, this is what the cylindrical coordinates. So now we left out with the spherical coordinates. Let us take spherical coordinates. It is a function of r, theta and phi. Okay. So now we have the spherical coordinates. So now this is the function of r, theta and phi. Okay. So whenever we have, so phi variation, it is similar to our cylindrical. So whenever we take phi variation, which is same as, so which is similar to the cylindrical coordinate system, because phi is variation of 0 to 2 pi in cylindrical, even in the spherical also it will be same. Okay, so even we can take that equation with respect to phi and we can derive. So let us derive for this r and theta. So in general solution for Laplacian equation. Okay, let us take for r. Okay, so we have the Laplacian equation del square v equal to 0. With respect to r, if I write, okay, so I will going to get, so 1 by r square into, so del by del r of r square into del v by del r. So this is with respect to r variation, which is equal to 0. So now we can able to derive a general solution. Okay, so where here it is look like the problem as two spheres which are at a different radius, that is r equal to a and r equal to b. So let us take the boundary conditions later. So if I take r equal to a, so it may be some potential v naught, and r equal to b, so if we ground, so that will be v equal to 0. Okay, so this boundary condition will take later, but the problem look like this. So the r is varying with respect to, that is the v, the potential is varying with respect to r. Okay, so that is at first radius and second radius and third. So if I go on changing the radius, the potential is constant over this radius, but at different radius the potential will be varied. So that is the potential difference exists. Okay, so now if I take the variation of r, so the potential is function of r. Now we can able to derive the general solution. So what we are going to get, so you can replace the ordinary differential equation. So instead of partial derivatives, so d by dr of r square, so dv by dr, so which is equal to 0. So we can send that to that side and it will become 0. Now if I integrate one time, so you will going to get r square into dv by dr, which is equal to the constant a. Okay, so this is what the first integration gives. So now, so dv by dr, which is equal to a by r square. So now integrate one more time. So here integrate first time. So now you can integrate one more time. So you will going to get the solution for v in terms of constants of integration. So now if I integrate r square with respect to r, so you will going to get a into 1 over minus 1 over r plus the constant of integration b. So this is what the solution for the potential function which is varying with respect to r. Okay, so now we can take the boundary conditions. Let us take v equal to 0 when r equal to b and v equal to v naught when r equal to a. Okay, so now if I substitute that one, so we will going to get, so whenever v equal to v naught, so r is, so 1 over a plus b, and if it is 0, so then we will get a into 1 over minus b plus b. Now if I solve these two equations, we will going to get the constants a and b. So this will give v naught equal to a into, okay, so if I just subtract this one, so this will going to get cancelled. A into 1 over b minus 1 over a you will going to get. So now a is nothing but v naught by 1 over b minus 1 over a. So this is what the constant of integration a. So now similarly for b, so we will going to get, if I substitute here, so in any one of the equation, so that is 0 equal to a into, so a into 1 minus 1 over b plus b. So b will be equal to, so minus of, so this one if I take this side plus it will give a into 1 over b. Now if I substitute a, so we will going to get, so v naught into 1 over b, so this divided by 1 over b minus 1 over a. So this is what your the constant b. So now if I substitute that one, so in this equation, so I will going to get the final solution for v. Okay, so that is v equal to, so what is the value of a? A is v naught into 1 over b minus 1 over a. Okay, so this into minus 1 over r plus b is, so v naught plus v naught into 1 over b divided by 1 over b minus 1 over a. So this is what the solution for v. So now we can take out the v naught by 1 over b minus 1 over a. If I take out from the equation, we will be having plus 1 over b minus 1 over r. So this is what we will going to get for v, or we can write v as, so v naught into 1 over b minus 1 over r, so this divided by 1 over b minus 1 over a. So this is what the equation we will going to get. So this is what the solution, that is v naught into 1 over b minus 1 over r, this divided by 1 over b minus 1 over a. So this is what the solution for the Laplacian equation whenever the potential is variation with respect to r. So now if I substitute a equal to some value and b equal to some value and v naught some potential value, so then we will going to get the v which is a function of r. Okay, so is there any doubt? So we can ask, or so let us stop here and we will continue. So one more with respect to theta will be doing in the next class. Any doubt in any point or in any equation? Anybody? Hello? Reshma, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Preksha,
Yes, sir.
any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, so then we'll stop here and we'll continue the theta variation in the next class.